Firearms.
Hello?
It's me, myself.
Yeah, you Firearms. How can I help you?
Yeah. Hold on. Oh,
Myself and I.
yeah, my name's Jake, and I'm from I'm not from around here, and I just moved in, and I want to know, do you have any Me, Myself, and I podcast rifles?
Any what?
Do you have me?
What rifle?
Oh, hello?
Yeah, what rifle are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm looking for the stock Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle.
No, I'm not gonna have any of those, man.
You don't. What do you have? You have VGB Studios ones?
So I don't have any stocks.
No, I'm not asking for stock. I'm asking, do you have the Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle? Hello?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. What is it?
It's kind of like a bolt action rifle, but it has a bayonet. It's an old school rifle. It's called Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle. Do you have that in stock or anything?
No,
do you have anything
no,
close
I
to
don't.
that?
No, I don't.
Well, what do you have that's close to that? That's similar to the same Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle.
So I don't know what it is, so I don't know what's close to it. Never heard of it before.
A bolt action type rifle with a bayonet. It's simple. It's Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle. And you don't have that. You can't even look it up.
Give me a sec, I'll look it up for you.
Please, hurry up. It's not that difficult to subscribe to Me, Myself, and I podcast. Is he going to look it up?
He's gone.
Okay, hang up.
He's gone.
Okay. Is he gone?
He's gone.
That was awesome. He was like, the what? The Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle. Hello, me, Mike, Stuff, and Ayers. Welcome back to episode Cinco here on the Me, Mike, Stuff, and I podcast. Unfortunately, Chet is still sick, still not doing well. So in the meantime, I'm just going to be prank calling people and introducing them slowly to the Me, Myself, and I podcast rifle. And then we start the show, and then we're good to go. So this is what we're going to do. And also, by the way, real quick, this podcast is sponsored by Waza Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. I'm still a white belt. But you know what? I don't care because I will still kick ass, kind of, maybe. I'll tap out quick. That's one thing I'm really great at. Is tapping out with the Me, Myself, and I rifle. So, we're here. How you doing, Corey?
I'm doing good.
Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
It was, you said Chet's sick?
Dude, I don't know if he's sobering up or drunk or what, but he is just not, I don't know.
Everybody's sick, though.
I know. I that's why I'm not mad at him, because I get it. Last time he told me he was getting mouth surgery. So, I don't know what that means. Sounds kind of kinky.
It's some of that Hank stuff.
A little Hank me off from the book of Hank. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I'm just trying to get my bearings. It's been one of those days, but we're getting it good, and we're getting it good. I don't know what that means, but we're doing it. Real quick, yeah, I don't know why I can't find my rhythm right now. I don't know what it is.
I think you're not used to having a normal job is what's killing you.
You know what? That's what it is.
You're used to living in the creative realm all the time, and then now you have to go to a job.
No. Maybe. I don't know. Folks, I have a job. Yeah, I got a day job. But I love the hours. I'm not going to talk about what I do because I don't want to get fired just yet. You know what I mean?
It's a good idea.
I don't want to get fired, but when I quit, when I get fired, oh my God, I'm going to talk so much shit about this job. You have no idea. My hours are awesome. They're from like 4 o'clock in the morning to 12:30. I'm done for the rest of the day. It's awesome. I love it, but it's the people. There's a particular person that I don't like already, and it's really bugging me. So I'm trying to separate myself from them, and it's easy because now the person's like, oh shit, why is he not talking to me anymore? So, and that's what it is. It sucks because I'm not laughing anymore at this job. I'm like, it's an easy job, but I'm like, not laughing.
But isn't that your job? You got to find the humor in this
crazy
person and translate that into some new.
I have been already, and you know what I should do? I should write down everything this person does. I took a picture of him the other day. Hold on, crap. Swear to God, this is a true. You can't say what it is, but just tell me what you think of this. Hold on, let me find this picture. Here you go. That's him getting to work. Right? And you know what? I'm going to use that picture when the boss calls me in and says, this homeboy is trying to set you up or whatever it is. If I get in trouble by this guy, I'm throwing that picture in.
Wow. And you know what's crazy is that, you've been telling me about this guy for, pre-show and stuff, and everything you've told me has been summed up.
Dude, he's a piece of shit.
In one photo.
He's a piece of shit, man. He's a two-face, and I'm just like, you know what? And it's so hard to bite my lip, because as a comic, you're used to just speaking your mind, and the thing is, he's a huge asset to this company right now. Like, he works hard. He's trained, so he knows how to do stuff. But yet I can't get to. I can't. I got to move on. I got to move on to the podcast of the day. Yay! You like that transition? Don't worry, folks. I'll tell you more about the job. But the podcast of the day that I highly recommend is Kick-Ass News by Hollywood producer Ben Mathis. That's right. Anything that's going on in Hollywood, anything and everything, whatever it is, from entertainment to tech to business to science to leaders in politics and much, much more, Kick-Ass News is the way to do it. And it's really good. I liked it. I started listening to it. I was like, okay, this is cool. And then you get a kick-ass, and there you go. Subscribe. So please subscribe to that, and then subscribe to mine. Yeah. There we go. Now I feel better. Now I'm in the groove. All right. So, guess what I did this weekend? Everybody, me, myself, and Ayers, huh? Guess what I did? Guess what? I, Mike Betancourt, had the honor and privilege to work with one of my idols. Yes. This man, this comedian, for 2 days, 4 shows, I got a chance to work with him. I got a chance to work with the one and only Pablo Francisco. Yes. If you don't know who he is, you don't know comedy, because Pablo Francisco has been a force to be reckoned with, and holy shit, he's so funny. Folks, you don't understand. Before I got into stand-up, I took this beginning acting class, and our teacher was like, all right, well, your final is you get to do stand-up comedy. I'm like, how is this acting? Granted, my teacher was a burnt-out stand-up comedian looking for some money. So she's like, you guys are now actors, and by now you're comedians. So let's try. I want you to study comics and focus on that. So I was studying comics, and I was watching comics, and the first comic, first of all, I never dreamt about being a stand-up comedian. Never in a million years. And I was looking up comedians, and the first one that caught my attention was Pablo Francisco. And I saw his set over and over and over again. I was like, "Oh, dude, I love his sound effects. I can do sound effects. I can do beatbox. I can, he's right in the vein of who I am." And for the longest time, when I started out, everyone's like, "Oh, look, it's Pablo Francisco Jr. It's Pablo Jr." I'm like, "No, I'm Mike Betancourt." So for many years, I had to learn how to shed that image that I'm like another Pablo. What they call it, it's not like you're stealing jokes. It's called modeling. Like you're attracted to the style of a fellow comedian. And when you're starting out, you don't even know what your style is. You have no idea. But if it feels right to model that style until you find out who you are, or until people stop making fun of you and stop calling you Pablo Jr., and it took me many years to shed that image. Like, I'm not like Pablo Francisco. I talk a lot about personal stories now, and I get really in depth what's going on with current events and everything like that. So I finally reached the level of being Mike Betancourt on stage, and I got this call last minute. One of my a good friend of mine, he quit stand-up comedy a long time ago because shit happens, life happens, and he tagged me on a post saying, "Hey, this theater's looking for, or the bookers from this theater, from Tommy T's. Tommy T's books. Tommy T's is a comedy club, and they also booked talent in this theater in the town of Pittsburgh. And I guess there was a Facebook post, and my buddy Jack Soren, he tagged me immediately, and they said, yeah, bring him along." And I got a chance to work with Pablo a whole weekend long. It was amazing. It was absolutely probably the highlight of my comedy career. It was it's not every day that you can say you can work with someone that you watched 13 years ago that inspired you to be brave and have the courage to perform stand-up comedy and keep going, because stand-up's tough. Stand-up's not easy, Stand-up's not. I'd rather have a shitty day in stand-up than have a day job. I'm not gonna lie to you, folks. I don't hate the day job, but I love stand-up comedy. I fucking love it. And this whole weekend, and I didn't tell anybody at my day job what I was doing. They think I do stand-up. They don't know how funny I am, which is fine. I'm like Batman. I'm Bruce Wayne, a poor Bruce Wayne by day, and then a funny ass Batman by night, And it was crazy though, It was surreal. I'm like, holy shit! I'm in the green room, tagging Pablo Francisco's jokes. Do you know what that means, Corey?
I have no idea.
Okay, whenever a comedian, whenever we write jokes, the common courtesy for other comedians when they watch your set. They have if there's a certain joke that they like, they tag it. Means they give you extra jokes for that particular joke. How you can stretch that joke to like a 5-minute bit to a 10-minute bit or something like that. So I was there in the green room with Pablo tagging his jokes, and he was totally cool with it. He's got this new bit. Oh my God! I hope it goes viral. I hope it goes online. I hope it does it soon. He's got this new bit of how much he hates jazz music. And dude,
I'm already intrigued by the premise because I've never met one person who doesn't like jazz music.
Dude, I don't want to say it, but it's so fucking funny. Like I sat there Friday 2 shows, Saturday 2 shows, and I laughed exactly the same way every time. I knew when the joke was coming. I knew how he was delivering it, but it was so fucking... I can't tell you what it is because it'll ruin it. And I refuse to ruin his...
You are like joke cucking us right now.
Oh,
so hard.
Dude, I know, man. But let's just say, he just... The way he says, I fucking hate... He didn't say fuck. But he's like, I hate jazz music. People, all these people are pretentious and baba bee bee bop boo boo. Yeah, let's do that. That's it. That's how far I'm gonna go. But it's so funny. So please be on the lookout for that because it's so fucking funny. And I'm really glad to see Pablo where he's at right now because what was it 3, 4, almost 6 months ago? Was it around there where he was at the Sacramento Punchline? Did you hear about that?
No.
He was at the Sacramento Punchline, and he was in this incoherent loop. Like, he went on stage and didn't know where he was, and he was just repeating his jokes because, drugs, man. He was He was high on drugs, big time. He was sweating profusely, and he became a drug addict and an alcoholic really bad over the years. And I was prepared to help him out as much as I could. I wasn't there to be like, oh, and people were texting me, good luck with that mess. Good luck hanging out with that guy. That guy is crazy. You're going to be, I was like, nope, I'm not going to think that. I'm not going to let my moment working with Pablo be like that. And I made sure he drank water. I gave him a towel if he needed when he was sweaty. And he was trying to stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I pray he does with, this is he's at the, what am I trying to say? He's at the jitters. He's got the jitters really bad, like, but when he's on stage, that all goes away. All the shakes, he doesn't have shakes, but drug addicts when they're jonesing, that's all they're thinking about is, God, I can use a fix right now, But thank God for stand-up comedy, because that's the ultimate high right there. That's the heroin, that's the Quaaludes, that's the coke, that's the drug and alcohol, anything that you can think of getting super high, super drunk. Stand-up is 10 times stronger than that, and when he's up there, he's 100% he's 100% sober, and he was just free, man. It was beautiful watching him work, and he really loved my stuff too. That was the cool thing about it. I was like, oh shit, trust me, I was inside. I was cool working with him. I didn't like, oh my God, Pablo, I love you, Pablo. What's going on, Pablo? I mean, I tried. I was smooth, and guess who I worked with? Guess who his feature act was? His feature act was Court McCowan. Court McCowan was one of the bullies in the movie Can't Buy Me Love. So that was pretty cool. Got two, nostalgic comedians that I'm working with, and Court was fucking funny too. Jesus, if you guys ever get a chance to see him, please do. He's hilarious, so cool and so funny. And it was just, I was a student of the game. It was great just sitting there watching and learning, and and people, everyone was like on eggshells, like, oh God, is Pablo gonna drink again? And he didn't drink, and right on, doggies, right on. It's all good. But he didn't drink, he's really trying, and I hope he continues to break through and shed this demon, and really talk about what he's going through. Because there's little like tidbits of him talking, like barely touching the surface of what is real, because he started talking about a little bit about alcoholism and a little bit about cocaine. So he's dipping his toe in the water, man, and I'm so proud to see him do that. And but yeah, addiction's crazy, I don't know what it is, but all stand-up comedians, we're all addicted to something, We're addicted to the laughter, we're addicted to the spotlight, and you can't compare to that. I mean, we all have addictive personalities. Every stand-up comedian has addictive personality, But it's how you harness it, how you hone in on that. And I think the best way I deal with it is I write, and I just let it all out when I'm on stage. And yeah, so yeah, I'm praying for Pablo. Hope he does well, and guess what? We're it was cool. It was really cool working with him, and it was at a theater. And theaters are different. Theaters, when you're performing at a theater, it's a whole different animal. With bars and comedy clubs, it's a closed environment. It's the ceilings are low, everyone's tight, packed, so when you laugh, the laughter's not going to go anywhere. But when you're in the theater, when you're performing at a theater, you got to really pace yourself. Because if you don't pace yourself, you can really get lost on stage thinking like no one's laughing at you, and you're like, what the hell? No one's laughing. And it's really, a lot of people have bombed. I've bombed at theaters, but it was the best thing about it was when I came to work today, and in the back of my mind I was like, I fucking worked with Pablo Francisco this whole weekend. It was awesome. And now I'm gonna be quiet for maybe God put me here in this position to be quiet for 8 hours and just listen to everything. I don't know why, but I really enjoy not talking about myself at work. I really enjoy just listening to everyone's conversation. There's a lot of blowhards at my job. And they don't know when to shut the fuck up, which is cool. I hope they don't listen to this podcast. Me, Myself, and I podcast. So, yeah. Corey, you ready for Thanksgiving?
I no. I was no.
I'm sorry, dude. Can you talk about it or no?
Yeah, of course I can. I can
Okay.
always talk about it, but like busy guy, just like you, and I didn't even realize it was Thanksgiving till this morning. It was going to be this week.
But are you looking forward to hanging out with people at Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, that part, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I
like my family.
I love my wife. I love her so much. And I was this is one thing I was telling my boss today. I know it's so fucking weird having a boss now. Ugh. Like you gotta clock in, then you have to take like a 30-minute lunch and then clock out, and there's so many rules I'm not used to. For 10 years, folks, I did not have a day job. And now I have a day job. I'm like, what the fuck? What's this harassment policy? HR? What the hell is this shit? But anyways, I was talking to my boss, and I was asking him, like, are you ready for Thanksgiving? He was telling me his thing, and I was like, you know what? And I was telling him, and the same way I'm telling you, Corey, I'd rather have, like, I love my wife, and she's an amazing woman. I'd rather have an amazing woman with a shitty family than have an amazing family with a shitty woman. Because I want to learn. I love to sleep at night knowing that my wife's not going to kill me, and that's what you gotta. That's what you have to give up.
You have that comfort
with my wife?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Really?
Because she's an amazing woman.
I mean, you could be an amazing woman and still murder somebody.
You know what? If I piss her off, I gotta sleep with one of her sisters for her to do that to me. And I've seen her sisters, and I guarantee you I will never do that. Never in a million years.
I love my wife, and I think she's amazing, but I do have a subtle suspicion thought always that she could potentially kill me.
Well, maybe that's something you should be thankful for on Thursday.
It is. No, I think, and it might be the thrill of that really keeps me.
Thank you for not killing me, sweetheart. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's some people I'm looking forward to seeing, and there's some people I really like. Why are you here? When you don't want, I hate to say hate, but when you dislike someone so much, what do? You walk away. You don't ever see them again,
Yeah.
But family, you can't fucking do that shit. You can't. Because there's always, well, I haven't seen so-and-so in so long, and they haven't seen blah, blah, blah. It's all these fucking family politics. I'm like, fuck. Ugh. So I got to bite my tongue, and then we'll leave early because I got to go to work the next day early, which is fine. I'm not tripping about it too much, but Thanksgiving used to be horrible for me. It used to be really, I'm not going to get into the reason why, but it was just, like, why do we hang out with people? Why do we put up a facade? Because, some of us have children, and we're looking at, well, my kids are having fun with their cousins. They're happy to see everyone. They don't know why we're mad at each other, and the main reason why it bugs me is because a lot of people don't want to talk about why we're mad at each other. They want to pretend that everything's fine. And that bugs the shit out of me. Like, I'm a type of person, look at me, I'm doing a podcast. I'm a type of person, I got something on my chest, I'm going to say it. I'm going to let it out. And then people are like, no, I don't want to. And then you got to see the same person that's talking shit about you at Thanksgiving, and you got to give a hug because people around them don't know why you're mad at them, and then you look like the bad guy. And you're like, right? It's... But I'm gonna bring my guitar. I might smoke some weed. I don't know. If you are working with me, I don't smoke weed. If you're listening to this for the first time, this is I've never smoked weed a day in my life. This is just a facade. Please don't fire me. But you know what? Life can be better, ladies and gentlemen. I know I can complain, but it's not that bad. It really isn't, because there's food there. There's a roof over my head. There's homeless people out there that don't have family. They don't have food. It's good to hear that there's a lot of turkey drives going on this week, and that's a really good thing, and that's something that everyone should be thankful for. And guess what happened? Fucking Standing Rock. Did you hear about that, Corey?
No.
What did we do last year around this time? We talked about Standing Rock. We informed everyone about Standing Rock. And guess what happened? The Keystone Pipeline broke.
No.
2,100 gallons of oil everywhere.
Oh, no. Is that for real?
I swear to God.
Why is that not like front page news?
Because the media, Trump, the list can go on and on. All these sexual harassment charges are taking top priority because it's avoiding Standing Rock. Thank God that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for this podcast because if anything, you will get the news, from my opinion, that's not saturated, that's not sponsored by ABC or whatever companies or corporate greed or anything like that. Yeah, Standing Rock, for the whole protest, they got shot at. They got beaten. They were thrown into kennels. People from North Dakota, the people that weren't natives, were hating on the natives. You don't understand, this Keystone Pipeline is going to be good for our community. It's going to give us jobs. Trump signed it. He said, you don't understand, it's going to give us jobs. This is perfect. This is going to be huge. This is amazing. It's going to be jobs. Don't worry about it. Everything. Freaking even one of the Kennedys. He's a water protector. I can't remember which one. I think he's the not Robert Kennedy Jr. Is it Robert Kennedy Jr.? Can you look that up, Corey, while I'm talking? Anyways, he was one of the water protectors, and he said we have to fight against this. We have to stop. For a year, almost 2 years, they were fighting for this. Then they finally pushed everybody off the reservation. They drilled. They made the Keystone Pipeline. They shut them off, in December of last year? Now, almost a year later, guess what happened? It fucking broke, and there's oil everywhere. Nice job, America. Way to fucking go. And I hate to end off on a sour note, but we need to be thankful, and we need to do something about Standing Rock. We need to step up. We need to talk about it. I don't give a shit about what Trump is doing with his women or whatever he has. I don't give a shit about Harvey Weinstein. Everyone's hashtagging Me Too and all that shit. These people, the natives, their lives are in danger. It's about to be a genocide on our own fucking soil. We ignored Puerto Rico. Are we going to ignore the natives of Standing Rock? No, we shouldn't. Think about that when you're eating turkey, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I don't know. Thank God I have this podcast. Otherwise, I would have got fired saying this at the job. All right, folks. I had to laugh a little bit. I didn't want to be all angry right before I left. But thank you so much for listening to Me, Myself, and I podcast. Remember, please, if you are in the area, please go to Waza Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Mention the Me, Myself, and I podcast. And guess what? You will get half off the first month of training. Right? Half off to choke someone out. Doesn't get better than that. Trump, you're next. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm Mike Betancourt. Have a happy Thanksgiving.